Sheet Metal Training Step 3.4, a detailed walkthrough of the liner setup page. Once you're inside the data file, select the liners page, and you'll see all of the liners available to your rectangular setup. All of these liners will be available in all of your rectangular pressure files. You can select the button at the top and you'll see that the round liners are available as well as the oval. Looking at the rectangular liners, you can see that you have 22 different liners available. That is the maximum that our program can handle. The top line will always be no liner. If you change it, it'll change itself back. So please don't try and change line 1. Starting with line 2, you can see half-inch liner, 1-inch liner, 1-inch liner, 3-pound. The description field will allow you to put in any sort of a notation that you wish about the type of liner that you're using. The next column over is duct and fitting price per square foot. This will allow you to separate the cost per square foot between the two of them. The price per square foot must include the liner, the glue, and the pins. Looking at the note at the bottom, so for example, if your liner is 47 cents a square foot and your pins are 4 cents a square foot, factoring them at 2 cents each and 2 used on an average per square foot, as well as your glue is 2 cents per square foot. The gallon price divided by the estimated square foot of coverage. This comes up to a total of 53 cents. So this number in this column would need to be changed to 53 cents. If your fittings required more pins per square foot, you could have a higher number separating the two. The duct and fitting scrap radiuses allow you to dictate what scrap factors you wish to use for your duct, fitting, and radius fittings. The duct column is listed here, and you can see that currently we have a 3% scrap factor set up for all of the liners. The fitting scrap factor is at 10, and the radius fitting scrap factors is at 15%. The thickness of the liner is input into this column. This is very critical. You must make sure that the thickness matches the description, otherwise you won't get the right liner per square foot calculations. The duct labor column is asking how many square feet per hour can you install using this type of liner. If you look at the bottom, you'll see labor is always number of square feet per hour. So 220 square feet per hour can be installed on straight duct when using half-inch liner. The next column is for coil slow percent. Some people would rather zero out the liner per square foot and estimate that their coil slows down by 30% when they turn on the liner functionality. Either way will work. Neither way is recommended. They both show the same result. The fitting labor per average square foot size. The liner columns are broken up into different sized fittings. On fittings that use 6 square feet of liner, we're estimating that we could use 45 square feet per hour. On fittings that use 12 square feet of liner, we can use 100 square feet per hour. So based on the size of the fitting and the amount of liner that is going to be installed in that fitting, we could then determine what we're going to use for our average square foot size liner square feet installed per hour. The duct and fitting factor percentage is generally only used with double wall. You can see here that what we're dictating is that there's going to be a 100% increase in our labor when we use 1-inch double wall perforated. We do not have any per fitting or per duct labor. We're just telling the program to take the total item fabrication time and increase it by 100%. Same thing with the 2-inch double wall perforated. You can then see we've also got columns here where you can put in weight for the liner, or in this case for the perforated metal. Make sure that you look at each of these individual pages, rectangular, round, and oval, when you're doing the setup of the liners. There is a shortcut available when duplicating liner setups. If you wish to copy a liner a complete line to another location within this setup, you can simply click on the code number on the left-hand side of the screen. Let's duplicate 2-inch liner down to line 10. I'm going to click on number 6 and hit the copy button. This will allow me to type in a 10, and you'll see that it'll create an exact copy, including the prices, the scrap factors, the thickness, and the labor factors. I can now type in a new description for this liner. If I wanted to move this liner up so that it was closer to the original one, I can swap liner locations. So I'm going to click on number 10 and swap it with line 7. By clicking on the 10, simply hit the swap button, type in a 7, and click the OK. You'll now see my two liners are right next to each other. This will conclude the walkthrough of the rectangular, round, oval liner setup pages.